how the Democrats snookered Trump. How did they get him to be investigated by his own administration? This is worth analyzing because it has a lot of political lessons. And the Democrats really maneuvered well to get Trump into the corner and nail him. First mistake. Trump did not name a Secretary of Justice that was loyal to him and had his back. And the people that worked with him and were loyal and fought shoulder to shoulder with him to gain the victory in the campaign, he left aside. Gingrich, Giuliani, all of these people, Christie, any of them could have been the Secretary of Justice. And you'll find out a bit later why that's important. But remember John Kennedy. Who did he name as Secretary of Justice? His brother. Take a lesson from that page. Anyway, Sessions was named. And Sessions had talked to an ambassador from Russia. Just on that basis, having not disclosed that information, he was pressured into recusing himself. Now that a loyal Secretary of Justice or anybody in the Obama administration would never have recused themselves. Holder would never have recused himself, but Sessions' weak-kneed did. Why? Well, he just wanted to save his own reputation and be above everybody else. Now, once you have Sessions recusing himself, who is running the Justice Department when it has to do with Trump? The assistant deputy, a Democrat, Sorenstein. And now the Democrats really have control of the Justice Department. But it's not clear to everyone. And since they were so slow in naming all of Trump's people and getting his people in, and Trump bears some of that responsibility, but they continually blocked all of his nominations, he wasn't able to get in and didn't get in even an assistant secretary of justice that was on his side. So this is a precarious time for Trump. He doesn't even know it because he's a neophyte. So they're gunning for him, and they have the power. They have the Justice Department because Sessions has recused himself. So, and Trump hasn't got somebody else in there different as assistant deputy. Now, what happened? Well, together with the media and every day accusing Trump of one thing or another and making a lot of noise and having an investigation that went on for 10 months on collusion when it didn't produce anything, they built up the decibel level constantly every day as if there was a real issue, a real problem in the country about Trump's collusion, without ever submitting a scintilla of evidence and having people come on one time after another saying there was no collusion. But that doesn't matter because they're gunning for him. And that's an important thing to know in Washington, especially today. It's all out partisan. And of course, a good percentage of the Republicans don't even know that. So those are the never Trumpers and milquetoast, middle of the road Republicans who kind of like to keep their head above the fray. But the Democrats persisted and threw one thing at him after another until they had something that would stick. Now, Sorenstein was very able also. He recommended firing Comey. That gave him the opportunity to name a special prosecutor. That was it, right there. So the Democrats were able to, with the help of the press, creating all this all this smoke where nobody had shown any fire, they were able to get Trump investigated by his own Justice Department. Now that's a feat. That is magna cum laude in political machinations. The Republicans didn't even get close to having a special prosecutor named for anything under the Obama administration. Didn't matter how many people committed crimes in the government, everything that Hillary did, no special prosecutor. They didn't even have a grand jury. Comey didn't even name a grand jury to subpoena witnesses and documents in the Hillary investigation. So there you have the contrast between a neophyte and in political machinations and the pros. And the Democrats are pros, and boy, did they put one over him. Now, Trump hasn't contributed to his escape from this trap, and he didn't even know he was in a trap. Nobody even told him. That's incredible. He got rid of the people that could have told him. I just mentioned a few. Those people that were politically savvy and knew what was going on and knew how to handle partisan politics. But he doesn't know. So he's a victim. Now Trump is being investigated by his own Justice Department. Now that really is something. I think it's a shame because the country has so many problems, and he has a lot of good policies that he could implement, like tax reform and regulation reform and healthcare reform. And all of those slowed down to some extent. And that's why the stock market took a hit today. It might take one tomorrow. Anyway, give me your views on this, and I'm hoping to hear from you. Thank you.